Good morning, everyone. Wandering Trader, your low budget, quick take trading nomad. So, back with another portfolio update for the week, and we have some interesting movements. So, I have made a Baba play at 149. We have taken assignment. So far, our strike was 149. We are down about 9,000. So far in my trading career, which has been like under 2 years, this has been the most volatile week so far. We also made some new purchases of Wish. We purchased around 2,500 shares. So my reasoning for playing large cap was to balance out my portfolio. Evidently, it turned out to be about a 13% downturn. So so far for the week, we lost almost most of our gains for the last couple of months. So here you can see we topped out around 248, I believe, or 242, and now we are back to 217. So we are still up for the year. Uh, let's take a look at what happened. So we played Baba at 149, and it so happened that there was about a 13%. So they missed top and bottom. Right now we are hovering around 140. So let's see. This is about almost a 30-point difference. So let's take a look at how I traded and let's see where we are at right now. So our wish position has not been playing out. Our SoFi position is what is has carried us in the last quarter. So we have indicated in September when we were playing Wish right here that the fair value was 5. After earnings, it was pretty neutral. CEO stepping down, shake up in management, new chief financial coming in, and our intentions, we were trying to see where we were at in September. So I was able to articulate that I could hold this for 10 years, and I was going to wield this because I was cash heavy. And now, in the course of the following week, we have played Baba, earnings played. So this didn't pan out. It actually went under our strike, so we were in the money, which we are playing. We have transitioned into long term, so we are writing our monthly cover calls now, so we don't suspend our holding period. So this should be expiring in witching day during the 17th of December. So now I also ended up writing a couple more for Baba, and then it so happened it passed our threshold of 141, and it was in the money, and I just wanted to unwind, and then I just purchased additional shares because Wish was at an all-time bottom, so I used some of my cash to go in Wish at 426. So let's take a look at our cost basis right now. This has been the reddest week I have ever been in so far, and has been the most volatile. So our cost basis for Alibaba 148.52. I included the unwinding of those 3 contracts as well, just so I could offset and know engage where how I'm gonna make that money back. So let's see Wish. Let's see where our cost basis is now. So this is quite interesting. We have reduced it. Our cost basis is 533 now. So I included in my spreadsheet the 2,500 additional shares at 426, and we still have the open contract. So I'm gonna also write this out, the 25 contracts come opening bell on Monday. So let's take a look at where we are. Alibaba, so it has been beaten up severely. Let's take a look at some of the revised analyst adjustments. Right now, after the report, the earnings was the 18th. We have it rating buy, but lowered. Everyone lowered buy, overweight, underperform. So we are at 170 price target, 215, 180. So my intention right now is to weather this. I am going to do weeklies until next quarter to gauge where we are at. So if I'm able to get 155 by next Friday, then I'll take the 5,000 profit and I'll walk away and I'll play again in Baba. But if it doesn't pan out, I have the assets right now, so we're gonna play this out. So Wish, this will have to be until next quarter for sure. So this is gonna be a February thing. Right now, this is most of the analyst rating, and be mindful that these institutions are fairly conservative. These are IB and big bank. So their numbers are, they're not on the optimistic, they're not on the hedge, or they're not in the VC side. So understand that their numbers are actually more conservative. So let's take a look at the earnings for Alibaba. Investor relations, we went over this with Wish, and we have went over the report. So far, there's a lot of regulatory concern. So that's a top-down situation. If you don't understand my philosophy, you have to understand that when I make a play, right, I have my time horizon. So I'm able to hold for 10 years, a decade. Understand that. So that is my, like, that's where I am at my core philosophy. But usually, when I make a play, it is for this trading account specifically, it is to swing. So we have had almost a 13, 12, 13% downturn on a mega cap, right? We're talking about 50, almost 50 to 60 billion wiped out, billion in valuation just gone in a matter of instance. So this is something we have to pay attention to. And also these are also opportunities. So we have some of the macro themes right now. We're going to go into that in a bit, but let's go over the report. So my BABA intention is weekly until next quarter. Based off of next quarter's earnings, then I'm going to either go long term or I'm going to unwind. But Alibaba, everyone knows the fundamentals are quite strong, right? We could go over Baba, Yahoo Finance. We could go over the numbers in a bit. But based off the report, revenue is still going up. There's no decline in active users. They're growing their international market. They have some of the differentiated subsidy companies that are helping them out. Youku, this is the equivalent to YouTube. Some of their international AliExpress, they're growing. So they're cloud computing. So this, excuse me, Alibaba, in my opinion, is not really an e-commerce anymore, even though that's their core business. So they have had singles week 11/11. They have did better than last year, but of course it is not. They didn't get the same coverage. Basically, they're saying it's single digits now, but growth is growth in my opinion. International commerce, cloud computing. So these are some of the driving factors on a regulatory sense from the CCP. This would be it, and also they have some challenges with some of their holdings. So these are some of the numbers. I don't want to go over this and I don't want to reiterate. So when you have time, or if you haven't, then check these numbers out and check out their presentation. But nonetheless, they are still profitable. Their price to sale right now is probably in the 13 range, the low double digits. Price to earn, I believe this should be revised. Their market cap right now, let's take a look. This is where they were. They missed, but revenue is still increasing. So we have to see. I believe they have an event coming up for investors. So that's where they're going to probably talk more in depth. So right here, 30 points gone in 1 week. We are at 148. We're going to play this out. Let's take a look. It has been beaten up for the whole year of its all-time highs. Interestingly, this was the same amount of level around 2019. I think this was the height of the trade war with President Donald Trump. So we are on those levels right now. But yet, revenue is even higher than before. So they are still growing. They're not growing like 30% anymore. They are in the 20s. They've adjusted their guidance. So we are at 149. Let's see, this 150, this 149. So we are around here, and we have more upside than there is downside. Of course, there's going to be a lot of macro themes going on, but I'm comfortable with this number. Right now, they are still building up, and I believe their international market is actually doing quite well. So we have to see their growth in that as it slowed down a bit in China with Xi Jinping and stuff like that. So let's take a look. Wish, it has also gotten. All right, let's cover Wish in a bit. Let's go back to Baba. So we have the assets right now for Baba. We have about 1,000 shares, right? So we are going to be writing around 155. I want that 5,000. If they could compensate me that in 1 week, in 4 days, 5 day trading day, and I'll compound this out. I'm fairly comfortable holding this position long term right now. And Wish, we are also around the same, but I don't want to play Baba too aggressively. I want to just play weekly until next earnings, and then I want to revise. But I want to walk out at least with 10,000 additional on top. I would like 20,000 by the end of the year. If I can't get that by December, then I'm gonna have to make my adjustments, and I'm gonna have to see. But we are, it's dragging about 8,000, 9,000 from my current high, so that is where I am. All right, let's take a look at Wish. Wish, it has been beaten up even more severely. We are at a all-time low now. So if I've indicated that it was 549, it has been going down. There's a lot of inside selling, but I believe it's for tax purposes. So we are playing Wish out on the monthly, and now we have the assets. So this should be generating about 2,000 every month for us. We have pivoted to long term. Based on next quarter, we're gonna see this is the turnaround, in my opinion, and we are gonna be playing this one on the monthly. So we are on the 17th. I'm gonna write the additional 25 for 750, maybe at 6. But our cost basis is pretty low right now. We're gonna play that out, and then we're gonna play January, and this should be about $2,000 as well. That will bring our cost basis to like 520, and we're gonna play this until earnings, which is February. They haven't released the option chain yet, but we have the assets, and we are just now waiting for capital appreciation. So e-commerce, as you all know, has not been doing so well this year, and also there's a lot of interesting facts about expectations and beating consensus and beating top line, bottom line. So if Snap has been going down, Pinterest has been going down, almost everyone has been going down after earnings. Robinhood going down. Peloton, they've lost a lot of valuation. Who else? Pinterest, Peloton, Zillow. So expectations are really high right now to outperform. If you check the price to earnings, it's so ridiculous right now. Like even like Nvidia, like even right now, I mean it's quite ridiculous. They're and the interesting part is like I believe they're like 70 times forward, right? So let's take a look. They're in the hundreds. They're forward. This is quite interesting. Interesting times right now. So we are going into somewhat EV, not EV, excuse me, EM, emerging markets. So there are still some of the Fed's stuff. The chairman has to be appointed. The debt ceiling, some of the macro environment right now is the debt ceiling. High inflation, bottleneck at the ports. So these are some of those factors to consider in the macro scheme of things, but we have the assets. This has dragged us down about 22,000. So let's say these two tickers go nowhere for a year. Basically, as you saw, I'm making about 2,000 on 2002, 2003 on the monthly with Wish. I can make about, let's say if I play it a little bit out of the money I'm playing, it's about excuse me, this was that 19. Let's go to 55. So this is about 280. So roughly, I'm generating about 3,200, 3,500 on premiums every month until my capital, until the position play out. So if it goes nowhere, right, I still have the assets, and I should make this back in 8-9 months. But I am intending for this to Wish to pan out by next quarter. Baba, I have until the end of the year to see where I could get it back at, because there's just a lot of FUD around this Chinese company right now. So this is my progress right now. If you like this type of content, like and subscribe, follow me, and you could track some of my trading, and you could see how I perform. I also have some dividend content. You could come and check that out as well, and you could see some of my longer term stuff. And I am currently in Mexico City, and I am traveling around Central and Latin America. So come check that out. See where where you are. If you're interested in like longer term 5 year projection, I'm building out my dividend account over here. And yeah, come, let's make some money together. Thanks for tuning in and take care of yourself.